And welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show, where this is going to be a serious show today because we're going to talk about some serious issues, serious things that happened to me. And by the way, me and Sawyer had a fight in the car yesterday, and she was wrong, right, Sawyer?
Of course, I'm always wrong when it comes
Anyways,
to
I can't hear you talking to the mic. Boomy, I wanted first to welcome you back to the show. You've been missing for a couple of weeks.
I'm working on a project, I told you, but I'm glad to be here, and it's
Good,
a lot of things going on.
Good. Welcome back. And no vest because I assume it's the summertime?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think it's a little bit too
And
warm for
Sawyer,
us.
how are you? Welcome back.
Don't start with me, Heshy.
You know, Sawyer-
Don't start.
Sawyer-
I spent almost a whole day with you yesterday. Please
I know,
don't
and
start
she
with
tortured me. You know,
I tortured you?
she first of all, she wouldn't film me at the thing. She kept filming other people and screaming like she's the star. I told her I'm the star. Then she drives me to somebody that what do they do with your ears and nose? What do you want me to do?
What?
She takes me to a place that's
Ear piercing. Yeah, we were going to get Heshy an ear piercing.
not ear
and a
piercing.
nose
Somebody that was
piercing.
going to put some radiation on me to take away my hair.
You have
I
hairy
got a better
ears.
idea. How about having
You
a
can't
tattoo pasted on your belly?
You can't have hairy ears when you're a councilman.
So, anyways, she tells me not only you're going to do your hair and your nose, you're going to do your legs. I said,
I did not. I just said your ears. My
You
God.
said my legs.
You told me your barber takes care of it, okay?
Anyways, we're going to do some commercials.
But you got to do a little more trimming around his ears.
We're going to talk about what happened yesterday in Camden Plaza, how I was attacked and how Heshy behaved, even though everybody told me to fight back. We're going to talk about my election that's coming up in 3 weeks, a little bit more than 3 weeks, how serious it is. We're going to talk about a big fundraiser that all of you are going to be invited to if you want to come to. And of course, the big pizza victory party on June 22nd at 9 o'clock at night. I want you all there. Plus, we do need volunteers. Tomorrow, I'm signing up a bunch of volunteers. If you want to volunteer for the Heshy Tischler campaign, come to 1212 Avenue M between 11 and 1. Sign up, volunteer, come by. We'll even have some paid jobs for you. We need you for the next 3 weeks. It's very serious. And this program is being sponsored by Heshy Tischler for Committee for Heshy Tischler to elect Harold Tischler, and it is being sponsored by Committee to elect Harold Tischler. And of course, I'm Harold Tischler, Heshy Tischler. Right, Sawyer?
Sure.
Okay, before we get serious and before we talk about the rally, before we talk about the war that's supposed to happen tomorrow, I want to do a couple of commercials and we'll do my joke and quote of the day. Let's go, Sawyer. Who is first on the list?
We have High Tech Web Group.
Yes,
have
we
you
do.
been pushing or remodeling or creating a website? Well, now you don't have to any longer. Let High Tech Web Group's team of professionals construct your site with skill and precision. You can reach High Tech Web Group at 212-235-2777. That's 212-235-2777. Check out their website at info@HITECHWEBGROUP.com. That's info@hightechwebgroup.com. Call High Tech Web Group today, and you can experience a whole new world of business.
Wow, very good. I love Jaime, by the way. He takes care of the show. And next up,
He's listening in. 1 second. He's controlling the phones also, I think. No?
that's right.
No, that's Mr. Producer.
Well, we forgot to tell everybody
Sorry,
what number
Mr.
to call, but we'll do that
Producer.
now. Who's next on our list, Sawyer?
We have Plaza Auto Leasing. They are not only a leasing company, but also a dealership. You get the best of both worlds, the flexibility to lease or buy any vehicle, make, or model, combined with quick service, huge inventory, and easy approvals. There is no finance manager to meet with, just a friendly pal sales representative that can handle most of the transaction from start to finish without you even having to step foot in their office. All you have to do is place your order, and they will even deliver your car right to your door. What are you waiting for? Become a pal and call Plaza Auto Leasing today. You can reach Plaza Auto Leasing at 718-975-9000. You can also step into their showroom at 2750, that's 2750 Nostrand Avenue on the corner of Nostrand Avenue and Avenue N. Call 718-975-9000, that's 718-975-9000, and become a pal today. And don't forget to tell them Uncle Heshy sent you.
You know who was in my office today? Plaza Auto Leasing. He came into the office. He had some little issues. and I'm going to be helping him out with his issues of his house. And then he goes out to my car. He says, Heshy, you can't return the car like this to me. I said, I've been hiding it from you. I'm scared. You know what I mean? So he says he'll take care of it for me. He's a good place.
Looks like
Plaza Auto Mail.
a tornado hit the inside
I
of
know,
your
I
car.
know. Oh, yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Yes.
Yesterday, Sawyer starts cleaning my car. She says, it's a pigsty. I said, don't touch my car. She says, her car looks better than my car. I said, okay, don't touch the garbage in my car.
Her
It's
car is a 1947 classic.
doesn't make a difference. The garbage in my car
If
is...
you're hungry or you need a pen or a pad of paper or I don't know what you need, but if you need it, it's like a woman's purse in there. You can find it in Heshy's car.
I live in that car. I work in that car. You're telling me I have everything you ever need, from coats to scarves, you know, because I also give out...
Just turn it upside down like a woman's purse.
you got everything.
Everything's going to come out.
What's next on our list? Let's keep going.
We have Baruch's Barbershop, the official singing barbershop of Heshy Tischler.
I was
That's
just-
the one that cuts only your gray hairs out and leaves your dark hairs in.
I'm going back to him this week.
You gotta fix his ears, okay? They're eerie. Located at 108 Avenue Y. You can reach Baruch's Barbershop at 718-758-5187. That's 718-758-5187. Or call, text, or WhatsApp Baruch personally to schedule your appointment. You can do that at 347-845-9131. That's 347-845-9131.
Do you know that there was a kosher pizza restaurant on the Upper East Side that had a brick thrown through it? You know that?
When did that happen?
I think it happened yesterday, and this week I'm going to make it my business to go to, I think it's called, I think I was there, Saba's Pizza. Somebody threw a brick through it. The hate crimes that are going on in this city that's not being controlled. I'm going back to Saba's Pizza, and I'm going to buy pizza there and buy 5-6 pies to support them and give it out to, I don't know where, because I have to drive it back from
I
Manhattan.
think you should post before you go. Maybe other people can meet you there and we can have like a pizza party.
No pizza party. What's next up on our list, beautiful lady?
We have Green Line Building Solutions, Preservation and Development, Fire Department, Criminal Court, Department of Finance, Environmental Control Board settlements, Building Consulting Violation Removals, Construction Management, Owner Compliance, Contracting, Licensed Department of Building Expediters, Designs, professionals for all your building solutions. Located at 202 Foster Avenue, right in the heart of Brooklyn. That's 202 Foster Avenue. And you can reach Green Line Building Solutions at 718-871-0382. That's 718-871-0382.
Did you know that at the rally last week, I met Andrew Giuliani?
Yes,
I saw that. I'm so mad. You took me everywhere else, but not to that. And I
Well,
told you I wanted to meet him.
Now, you don't understand. I beg you to come. You tell me 10 minutes.
didn't
Boomy. She tells me 10 minutes, and then I wait for her 20 minutes, and then she tells me, oh, Heshy, I didn't know you were coming. I have to put on my makeup. I said, okay. 30 minutes
You wear
later.
his makeup?
I'm not putting it on for you.
Well, you told me.
Putting it on for Andrew Giuliani.
Right. So Giuliani was the coolest dude on the planet. He hugged me. He told me he's going to help me. He gave me his car. He's going to join my campaign, and we're going to help him become.
I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that President Trump listens to your show.
I swear to God.
And loves you and was laughing while he was in office, was laughing at all the things that you were saying about,
Andrew told me straight out that him and Trump watched my videos and they had a good laugh watching my, my clips that I send out on all the WhatsApps and YouTubes and Twitter. And he laughed and Trump...
And his dad also.
Does that mean that President Trump actually heard my name as well?
Oh, I don't know if you heard your name.
Yeah,
You're
it's
watching
about
my
you.
videos.
It's about you, Boomy.
Yeah, it's about
Oh
you,
my
Boomy.
God, I love President Trump.
Like Sawyer
I wanna
thinks
hug
it's
the
about
man.
her too. You know what I mean?
It is.
It's not about you.
It's all about
Okay,
me.
let's go on. We gotta be
We
serious.
have Traveler's Choice. You can speak to Joseph and Devorah Leifer for a personal touch. Tell us about it, Boomy.
Well, for all of your travel needs from
no.
A to Z.
Oh no, he's back. Oh God. No,
If you need to go anywhere local, international, Joseph and
let
Devorah
him do it.
can hook you up.
That's right. They'll arrange your airfare, your hotel, motel stays, your car rentals, everything you need. It's one phone call. You don't have to get on the computer and go from this site to that site looking for help. Everything, one phone call, the best rates, the best quality, the best comfort, all in one quick package at one simple number, 212-868-8698. Again, that's 212-868-8698. Ask for Joseph or Devorah Leifer. And remember that for travel Traveler's choice is your only choice.
We're taking questions as well, by everybody, on YouTube. So if you are watching our YouTube and you want to send a question, you can send a question and we're going to ask it over there. Also, we have, don't forget, the HeshyTishler.com website. We need your donations. 3 weeks to go. This is very serious, guys. I'm going to win it. You know, I was on a debate this week with my competitors, and I was almost not on the debate. You know that? And my competitor, I'm going to tell you straight out, Steven Saperstein called me
He's
up.
the leading competitor.
And he's the leading. He calls up Heshy. I'm not going to do the debate if you're not on there. And I emailed them, and they ended up inviting me the last
Because
minute.
the other candidates are a
bunch of
joke.
idiots, right? So
Let's
Steven.
not be nasty.
So when I got on the debate, people were shocked. People called me. You commented. You said Steven is a good guy. You spoke nice
he
about
is.
him. And you know what? A man who calls me, runs not a dirty campaign, has not said one bad word about me, except the other candidates have. What do you want me to do? You want me to fight dirty? I don't fight dirty. I
God
fight back
forbid, you
dirty.
take the high road,
Right,
and
I
that's
took the high road. And the man was a gentleman. He thanked me on the debate. Heshy, thank you for giving me a better opening than you got. So I want you to know I am an honorable man. I was the best debater there. I was the best speaker, even though I made it more interesting. You know what I mean?
The
Clearly the most
handsomest
qualified
and
And you know
the
what?
best.
Amber Adler, I don't like talking bad about my company, but Amber Adler goes on. I want to show you what a politician or what she wants to be. She goes on, she says, somebody tried to throw a brick at her and the kids. A little 10-year-old kid.
She always
Leave her
has.
alone. Let's not give her any
But
unnecessary
she
airtime.
lied. You don't lie.
I
You
have
don't
another
lie.
commercial.
Go ahead.
Attorney's Office of Abraham Hoshender for all your closing and contractual needs. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, need help clearing up a title, buying or selling a home, whether commercial or residential, for the best legal assistance any present or future property owner can get, call the law office of Abraham Hoshender today, 347-435-3402. That's 347-435-3402.
You want to call into the show, 718-289-0070. We're going to be taking calls because I have a serious thing we're going to talk
How about
about.
our shout-outs before you give
Mira
us open
Nava.
go?
I was with her today. The little girl conned me out of 2 lollies. Thank God her mother
conned you out of
Thank God her mother came home late. Otherwise, I'd be in big trouble.
We have, of course, Sergeant Peter.
Sergeant Peter.
Ellie.
Who
And
else?
of course, Shani and Dove.
Dove
was in
Shani and
Saturday.
Dove hiking.
Dove had been in Israel, you know, and he had written several articles, and he's been on the news
Right.
lately.
Okay,
again
now we
and
talk
again and
about
again.
me. Next. Anyways, we got our quote.
Oh, I have a shout out.
Go ahead.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Hashem.
Oh, I keep telling her not to do this. She keeps telling me we have to talk about God more. I told you I have no problem. I love God. God put me in this position.
He exists, right?
He does exist. He made me.
Because
run for
I've been
council.
hearing politicians deny that he exists.
Okay.
How do you know he
Yeah.
exists? Maybe it's she that exists.
Okay, Boomy, get out of the room completely right now. Anyways, we have my quote and joke of the day, and we're going to start the show, and I'm going to give you a good quote, and then I'm going to tell you a joke that I know that I am not going to be let into the house tonight. Are you ready? Okay. I'm in big trouble. Here's my quote of the day. And my
So where are
quote
you
of-
going to go, Hash?
I'm going to tell you. I don't know what saw you, but it might
I
be
hope
to-
Mr. Producer has the filter on
Yeah,
so that your
yes,
wife
yes.
can't get it later.
Let me be of service. Take ownership of my every word and action and be grateful for this day. So I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, this quote is me. I'm taking responsibility. Let me be of service. I promise you I will never lie to you. If it hurts, it hurts. I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna be speaker. I'm gonna try at least. I'm going to win this election, and I'm gonna do not the best. I'm not often running. I'm not gonna be ready on day one. I am ready. I am creative. You know, at the debate with all the other, they asked the people, how are you going to help businesses? And each one came up with a stupid idea.
Oh, we got to talk about
I
that.
said, why don't we just go out and support our businesses? And of course, Stephen was very cool. He came up with an idea that everybody should have one permit. Stephen, I work with 14 government agencies that won't let you get approved for 7 months, any 8 months. How are you going to pass legislation that these agencies control themselves? You have to knock these agencies out. You have to change laws that takes years. We have to defund them right away. And with Bill de Blasio taking away $1 billion from the cops, that's why this week these hate incidents, one incident that I filmed that TikTok knocked off, that there was a gentleman in Flatbush, went to a synagogue, federal officer standing there, the man punched him right there.
I saw
They
the
didn't even
video.
want to arrest him because he said, I'm going to sue you. At the end, they ended up arresting him. I mean, this just goes on. Yesterday, me and Sawyer go to Cadman Plaza. We filmed. I hugged Reverend Kevin. Reverend
hugged
Kev.
you. A lot of
me.
people hugged you and shook
spoke
your
to
hand.
people. Everybody was nice to me. All of a sudden, one animal, I think Palestinian, like comes chasing us
out of the park
on video, ready to attack me. I stand strong for my people. I will stand strong whether they're going to a rally or not.
I was actually surprised. I saw the video. I anticipated. I was thinking
I
that
was
you were
there,
about to
and
take.
Sawyer
You were
was-
going to slug him one.
But
I thought
Sawyer
he was
was
going to
all
go down.
nervous. I said, Sawyer, let him hit me first. I'm a big. She says, you'll go down. I says, I don't go down.
I didn't
so
say
fast.
you'll go down. I said I don't want to see you get hurt.
No,
you don't know if he has a weapon.
You said if I go down, you won't be able to pick me up. She called me fat. I'm very upset.
I did not
okay,
call you
so
fat.
now that I gave you my quote, here, everybody, listen to my joke. I am not going to be let into the house tonight. So here we go. Ready? I've been going to a lot of weddings. I finally dragged Linda to a wedding. And when we were at the wedding, there was a guy on the dance floor. He was like break dancing, jumping all around. And Linda turns to me. She says to me, you see that guy? 30 something years ago, he proposed to me and I turned him down. And then I, like an idiot, I said to Linda,
Why?
look, he's still celebrating.
Oh, very.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
I'm dead meat. I was dead meat that night. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, I'm dead meat. I'm not even going to say the next joke about Linda because I'm already in trouble.
I think
now.
you did enough damage.
Yeah, I
already
did
for
enough
tonight.
damage. We are going to, now here's my urgent matter to the community. First of all, next week we're going to have two very interesting guests. One is Pat Dixon. He's a radio show host, very funny show about crime. And I was on his show already, and I want to be on the show again. He's going to be here next week with Pete the cop. We're going to have a cop over here who was 40 years a police officer that we will understand what's going on.
That our Sergeant Peter?
No.
Different
But we're going to have somebody who's going to tell us with the minds of what's going on with the police, how they switch their minds, what their thinking is.
They've been hogtied.
Right. So what their game is, and we're gonna have Pat Dixon, who is a genius with crime and so on. So we're gonna talk to him about that. So I want you to tune into the show next week. It's gonna be serious, supposed to be closer to the election. But I want to talk to you about tomorrow's rally. Listen, guys, I support Israel. I'm not asking you not to go because everybody got angry at me when I told people not to go to the rally last week, and I ended up going. And the reason I went to the rally was very simple. A lot of people didn't come, and people screamed at me because I told people not to come. But I'll tell you why I went. Because when I see my people there, I'm going to be there to protect them, just like the police have to be there. So I went there to see what's going on. When I saw there was a crowd, I came out, I went around, I smiled, I spoke, took pictures with everybody, I supported, and I stood right there against the Palestinians that were acting a little crazy. So I'm there to support you whether you listen to me or not. And like tonight, I made a video. Listen, I'm not stopping you going to the rally. I don't want to stop you. But what I want to tell you is like this. Tomorrow, we're making a rally at 4:30 in the afternoon. I know you want to make it in Times Square. Go ahead. But they're making it in the center of a neighborhood where there's about 10 different schools. Right there on the corner, there's a school on Avenue I and J and Coney Island Avenue. Yeshiva, Flatbush. There's another school 3 blocks away on Avenue M. These cars are going to spread. Another school down the block on Avenue I and between East Coney Island Avenue and down. I'm just telling you now, guys. These children are nervous, knowing that these young Palestinian lions, as they call themselves, are going to come out and write war. I sent out their poster. I don't want these children to have anxiety. We have enough children that have anxiety and take medicine. We have enough children that take, suicides are up during the pandemic. So we have enough trouble as it is in our life. Now, you want to go tomorrow to the rally? Go.
We have to stand up for ourselves. We can't let them scare us
So
off. These are savages. They're barbarians.
No. So let me tell you what I've been doing in the last 48 hours. Are you ready for this, Sawyer? After what we saw in the rally last week with the Palestinian people, and after what me and Sawyer had yesterday, I've been reaching out to the Muslim community and a lot of the Palestinian leader of not these kids, but their leaders and their imams, and I'm trying to have a sit down. I want the city to calm down. The mayor doesn't seem to be doing it. The Black Lives Matter, I've spoken.
Well, he's listening to your show tonight.
Well, I hope
so.
he's listening. I've spoken to Reverend Kevin, which I'm going to have on the show as well in the next couple of days, and I'm going to have him come on here, and we're going to sit down and we're going to try to ourselves, since the mayor, who's a fool and an idiot, and the governor, the mayor is giving away $50 coupons if you take the vaccination, free tickets to a Nets game. That's what he's busy with when $7 billion
No
over
more
budget.
burgers and fries?
I think fries. He was never giving away a burger. He was giving away $1.77 if you were going to, or $3 if you were going to have your
To
vaccine.
clog your arteries.
So this idiot of a mayor has no control of the city. He's holding back the police from doing anything, and he's controlling them and scaring them.
He wants to defund them, but he wants them surrounding and giving him full-time protection.
But it's not only him, but he's not doing it correctly. Now our synagogues have to be protected after what happened the other night. Here's my problem. My problem is how long are they going to do it for? A day or 2 days? We need our policemen out there patrolling. We can't have people shutting down the Brooklyn Bridge as they please. We can't have them jumping in front of cars and every policeman being scared they're going to be sued or locked up.
No, we have to unshackle our police and allow them to do what they have to do.
But here's my problem. Where's the mayor with his sheriff's unit? The sheriff's unit is too big. I had a store this week in Flatbush, I don't want to say the name, that the guy was on vacation. He was on vacation, so the health department guy came by and said, I want to get in. The guy says, listen, the boss is not here, the store is closed. He got angry. He went and called the owner 2 days later. The owner says, I'm still not back. I'll be back in a couple of days. He went to court during a pandemic where you can't evict anybody, where you can't sue anybody. He went and got a court order to shut the restaurant down.
And the chutzpah in that is that there are people that need to go to court for situations, and the courts are closed to that. But to harass somebody and to come into a place that it's not an emergency and not an urgent matter, less than urgent, less than insignificant little matter like that, just to give a fine,
Any
that he can
questions
do.
for me? 718-289-0070. What?
It's really
It's
disgusting.
horrible.
YouTube is not working?
289-0070.
718-289-0070. Call into the show. And I want to talk to you about one more thing. I know it's getting a little late into the show, but one of my competitors.
Our lines are lighting up.
Okay, I take a phone call. Benjamin Bendet, okay, another one of my competitors that Kalman Yeager put up with Greenfeld. And then Greenfeld put up Maria Mark as well.
I never even heard these names.
I know that Greenfeld thinks he's
We
still...
have two people that the mayor himself is literally helping. He's probably funding with those illegal funds
Right.
that his wife stole.
And people are saying they raised more money than me. Of course they raised more money. All of them, all my competitors took matching funds. I'm the only one that hasn't taken matching funds and raised more than all of them. And this is what I want to show you, how to run a city, how to run a budget, how to run a business. This is what I'm talking about. But one of my competitors, Benjamin Bendet, who's a lawyer, trying to be cool
heard
and
of him. I
smart.
didn't even know you had somebody running with that.
And yesterday, Sawyer, when we were listening to the debate, right? Sawyer was with me at the debate. He didn't even know what he was saying about special needs kids. I've been helping special needs kids for years.
No, his question was something to the effect of him, what he's going to do in special education, and he started talking about, how the Department of, CPSC, how it's broken down, and he was trying to explain
In
as
fancy
his
words.
argument. And what he was saying was actually things that were not so, and it just
Right.
it was funny. And then he was saying, "Oh, he's learning about it."
Did this guy answer any questions?
No. How are you going to contribute to education and special education if you're telling us that you have that problem yourself that you're dealing with and you're finding out about it now?
And first, he should have called me.
And there's a lot more. Overall, that's just a small little department.
I was always interrupted in the show, but if he would have called
Yeah,
me...
they didn't give you. They said, "Oh, Heshy, everybody gets to ask a question from the other candidates, and every single person was able to ask a question except Heshy."
And he wouldn't let me answer. Then one of them says to me, well, the corn booth issue. I said, listen, the video you saw is a lie.
That's the only thing they could
Right.
focus on.
And he said, I saw the video. I said, the video you saw is a lie. You're just
Right.
lying to the people.
Right.
But that's what they do. I don't even care about the fake news. All I know is today I did
Who was the moderator of this debate?
a nice lady, Sky Ostreicher, and the other guy, Steve, he was lost, but Sky was real cool. But I want you to know something. Today was day 5 of my community service. I worked in the pantry in the middle of Bushwick, which they thought again I'd get beaten up or killed. Today I was running the pantry. We served over 300, not people, baskets. I mean, like shopping carts. We filled
You
up
know, Heshy,
300 shopping carts.
you don't do things halfway. You know who we need to do a shout out to?
Who?
I heard you on the phone. I heard people calling you up if they can come with you to also volunteer.
Right.
You brought along. Not only does Heshy Tischler go and community service, but he brings other volunteers.
Right, they were shocked.
He's amazing.
They were shocked that I brought in 6 new volunteers with me and who don't have to do
Shout out to
community service.
Nakiba.
Right, Nakiba shows up, this young girl who was on our show.
I remember Nakiba.
And she would, now I can't be fighting with old ladies and men standing at the door. People waiting 2 hours sometimes to get in there. We're serving 300 shopping carts.
So you brought a bunch of other volunteers.
And Nakiba was so good at the door, keeping them in control. But you're talking, we didn't just fill up. You're talking, we gave them milk, 2 eggs, butter, cheese, sweets like cookies and donuts. I'm not finished. Bread, vegetables, chicken, meat, cans, no potatoes, but we gave them like mashed potatoes, ready-made. Remember, we want to fill up a shopping cart like they're in a shopping store and give them as much as possible. And you're talking. If I don't see those people walking out with at least $150, $180 worth of goods, chickens and meats and stuff that I'm jealous of. I brought a case of butter, kosher butter, and and I was telling people, look, this is kosher, OU kosher, and you're allowed to donate to them. You're allowed to bring to them. They're a wonderful organization, and it's just. I don't know what to say, that this is people that I've never met before.
Actually, you don't do anything halfway.
No, but I've never met before. And now, we're working straight from like 9 o'clock all the way till 4 o'clock. And there's no break because people are standing in line coming. So they give the workers a break. Everybody volunteering an hour break. The problem is there are people standing out there still in the sun and the cold for that hour. There's a long line. So what I did was today with the manager, we're going to take a phone call right now. We run out of stuff and we're stocking. So I just had guys before they left give me stuff, and me for the next hour while everybody was in break, I restocked the refrigerator, restocked the butter, restocked the eggs, restocked the milk, restocked the yogurt. And when they came back, 8 shopping carts ready to rock and roll because we have it prepared at the beginning, and then they get their points. Let's take a phone call. Go ahead. Let's take a phone call. You're on the air with Heshy, Bumi, and Sawyer.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Heshy, Yankee, how are you?
Hello, Yankee, how are you, Yankee? When I win the night of my election, I'd like you to make me a balloon. You know, one of those cartoon balloons you make, but I want it to look like me. Can you do that?
I could try.
It has to be a fat
Gonna be a very big balloon.
Big balloon.
I sent you.
Boomy, you're fired. What's up, Yankee? Go ahead.
Is this the
I
balloon
sent you.
already?
I sent you a message. I'm not sure if you know, but the rally was canceled for tomorrow.
Oh, you know what? I hope so. And I did.
I understand, though, Heshy, there are a lot of rallies going on tomorrow. There will be
We're
quite a
just-
few.
we're
There's going to
just
be one in
worried about-
5 towns.
Yes.
There's going to be in a lot of different
Right,
places.
Right, and I want you to know, I want to protect our people. I want nobody to get hurt. But if there is going to be a problem, Yankee, I will stand on the front line. I will protect my people, whether they're right or wrong. I'm going to be there. I'm going to check it out. But I want you to know, I want calm. I want this city back to normal, Yankee. I need this city to go back to work and live, even though the mayor thinks he's opening the city. We're opening. Somebody was making fun of me last night. Heshy, the wedding halls are already open. Why are you making wedding videos? Because I want to show people. I promised to go. I did my 100 weddings, and it's still not June yet. And then when I opened the parks till now, I've done 101 weddings. Forget bar mitzvahs and shaver brachas and speaking events. I've done it. I'm not going to stop, and I'm going to keep going. And anybody wants to celebrate me, hi. Thank you, Yankee. I love you.
Love you.
How's your father?
He needs tefillos, but he'll, Mitch Hashem, he'll be okay.
We pray for everybody. Good. I love you. Let's take another line. Bumi's still figuring it out, but he hasn't messed up. That's good. Hello, you're on the air with Heshy, Bumi, and Sawyer.
Yes, my question is, do you think tax lien sales are sort of part of the same program as all these building inspectors showing up unannounced, having no case against the building owner,
Are you
but
referring
finding
to
any
real
reason
estate
to shut
tax
them
lien?
down? Is that sort of like all the same thing?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you that I know you're going to get angry at me, a lot of you people out there, but I am going to cancel tax lien sales. That is going to be one of my pieces of legislation. There is no more that somebody's going to be a little bit behind in taxes and you're going to sell his property to some guy who's going to foreclose on him for $10,000 and charge 24% interest. We're going to work something out with the tax liens. You cannot take away people's properties. These tax lien sales are gone. Yes, we'll have an issue when the guy sells the house or when he passes away or when it gets, if it has to be inherited or transferred to another person, that somebody will have to pay that tax lien. But no, I'm not going to let that happen. And by the way, yesterday, Mr. Bendet, the guy that was running against me, this kid, he says, you know what I'm doing? I am now suing and teaching people how to get out of their leases and break their, and not pay their rents. I mean, this is one of the guys who is running for city councilman that is going to screw every landlord, private homeowner, people who own stores. I mean, you kidding me? No, I'm getting rid of tax liens. I'm shutting down the building department somehow, some way. I'm going to shut down. I don't know how. I'm going to reorganize them. And I promise you, I have a plan. If the city council listens to me, that if I combine these 14 agencies, I could save $2.2 billion and not put a lot of people out of work. It's only a bunch of idiots over there that keep screwing us. I'm going to put them out. You know, the other night, 7:30 at night. Thank you for your call, young man.
Can I ask another question?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you notice when you buy a package of pens at the store anymore, most of the time they don't really work?
Well, I can tell
I
you.
wonder if that's all
Heshy,
part of
how are you
making
gonna
this
fix
country
that?
stupid.
No. I used to
We're
believe that
being
was.
dumbed down from all sides. The Republic
Thank you for your call, my friend. I want you to. We're going to take another call right now, but that's funny. I like that. That's very cute. By the way, last night, 7:30 at
We
night.
were expecting this, politically
I know.
loaded question.
I know.
got another-
We're taking a call. 7:30 at night, 2 inspectors show up at the building. They want to get in. I said, are you mentally ill? Really? Do you do drugs? Well, we're here on a complaint. I said, next time come between 9 and 5. I said, do not, we're going to post a sign. I said, don't walk on my property. Leave it at the mailbox. I mean, they come 7:30 at night. They're getting overtime pay now for no reason. You're on the fair with Heshy, Bumi, and Soya. How are you?
I am great. First of all, weekend I watched the debate from yesterday.
The what?
Debate.
We kind of watched the
Yesterday's
debate from yesterday.
Was that on YouTube? Can you see that? Has that been broadcasted?
Which one?
Your debate that you had
Oh, no,
yesterday.
it was called Schnepp's Media, and I know they recorded it. You can try to reach out to them. If you text me or email me, I'll give you Sky's email address, and maybe she can send it to you, but it was recorded. It was a Zoom, right? So it was a Zoom thing. We had a Zoom debate, and the computer froze. It didn't work. So Sawyer put me on my phone, and she held the phone up.
Heshy, I don't want to go into why the computer froze and you went because you wanted to get something to drink or eat or whatever.
You kept touching the computer.
I didn't touch. I went outside with you.
Anyways, our
Please.
computer.
God, I love when you guys banter at each other.
I
It's
don't
so
banter.
cute.
She's not. She always fights for me for no reason. But that's about it. Any other question, my son?
Linda's funding
sure.
me to argue with you.
How could you pass stuff in a Democratic? How could you pass stuff as a Republican or Democratic council?
Well, here's the deal. Thank you for your call.
First of all, you're a Democrat.
I am a Democrat, and there's going to be 49 or 48 of us in the city council. So if we have a majority. Now the problem is you need 26 votes at all times. And I've been telling people I'm going to work. I've already had a Republican on. I hope he wins on the show. I'm going to be.
Yeah, but they're all idiots.
Yes. So I'm going to try to make an alliance, and I've already spoken to 5 Democrats already who might win. And when we win our nominations on June 22nd, I'm going to start reaching out to all the winners of the Democratic nominations and try before the November 3rd election, try to make an alliance of 26 people. And maybe with God's help, I can try to beat Tiffany Cabana, another wacko who's running for city council with a Democrat Socialist Association, the DSA, the DSM, whatever they call themselves, who want to make rapists, murderers to go out.
Sounds like the old Nazi party from Germany, National Socialists.
Not to pay rent and so on and like that. I'm going to try to make a deal, to work with these 26 people. And if I can get voted in as speaker, nothing passes, nothing gets brought up into the city council without the speaker's permission, even money and budgets. That is my plan. So, but to get to that phase, you must elect me on June 22nd and come
Yeah,
on.
but everyone wants to be speaker.
There's only 12 people that are senior councilmen that are going to run for speaker, and Tiffany Cabana, me. The rest of them have no chance. So they know that they're going to have to vote for somebody to get to them. And I know that I am the loudest, and I'm hoping that I can make a change, and I'm hoping that I can make an alliance. You're right. Everybody wants to be speaker, and I'm going to only try to pick me for speaker because I'm the most qualified from all these new guys coming in, and hopefully I'm going to make enough friends and enough deals that I can be speaker. But that's a dream. Right now, I've got to get elected, and then I'm going to see. Otherwise, I know the laws of the city council. I'm going to have experts guide me through this. I'm not going to let the city council pass legislation they think they're going to get away with. My name is not Kalman Yeager. Thank you for your call. Hello, you on the air with Heshy, Boomy, and Sawyer? Oh, we're not? Why did he hang up on the guy? Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, let's go to some of the news.
Yeah,
this week.
let's go. You want to
You
hear?
have a whole list of things that we wanted to cover.
By the way,
Yeah.
here's a new thing by Governor Cuomo. By the way, you can call into the show 718-289-0070. Governor Cuomo says that if you, I'm not sure exactly because the man is so stupid. I have no idea what he's saying.
I don't think Governor Cuomo has any idea what he's saying
Vaccine
anymore at this point.
incentive for young adults eligible for full scholarship to New York schools.
That's what I heard on the radio
Right.
today.
So if your young adult gets vaccinated, he has a chance for all and expense paid scholarship to SUNY and CUNY schools. Get a shot and make your future.
Why do we need a lottery over here in order to get young people to go ahead and vaccinate?
But you get vaccinated, maybe. So it's a lie. You know that the lottery is a fake. Same way with the
Well,
tickets.
one person out of God knows how many
Right.
will be. But why the whole idea of a lottery? I mean,
Right.
what is he trying? What does he need to incentivize this for?
Right,
anyway?
right. We need it for real. And plus, by the way, New York State is 0.088 down. You know, we had the 3, the 5. We're now less than 0.088 coronavirus new infections.
No, we're
New
pretty
York
clean
City
now, we're
is
safe.
0.079 or lowest that you can possibly think of. I mean, they can't hide the numbers anymore. And still, the hospitals are screaming they're overstacked and full. You know.
I don't believe it.
I know. And I want to tell you good news. My daughter-in-law is getting better. She's off the ventilator. We're working her out. But the only reason is because we're watching her. We're there every day. We have special help. But not everybody's Heshy Tishler that can scare them. How many people are suffering? I hear stories every day getting people in. Why are we abusing our people? Because Sawyer is watching her telephone and she doesn't know better. Let's take a phone call, line 1, I think it is. Because Sawyer is not busy anymore. You know, Sawyer, you're not filming yourself, I guess. Hello, you're on there with Heshy, Boomy, and maybe Sawyer if she pays attention.
Heshy, we're big fans. We love you. But we have a very unique, interesting story. I'm the artist and developer of the Blue Moon Hotel, Yisrael Set in Brino.
Wow.
I spent 5 years of my life developing a historical building, the second oldest on Orchard Street. I put a displaced shul from Eldridge Street that was thrown out by a public work project. I took them for 7 years. Wow. COVID came, we were closed down. We're closed since March last year. We couldn't get PPP, we couldn't get EIDL for 7 months, and lender took every penny in the taxes, no break. We've been working, my children, myself, ripping everything apart, putting it back together, and we are fighting for our lives. And there seems to be very little help from any government source for our situation.
Are you any
And
relation? Are you any relation to Susan Settabrino, the attorney?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you know Susan, I'm sure. Everybody does. She's a powerhouse.
But you know what? This is my complaint with the Department of
I'm
Buildings.
sorry?
This is my problem. The Department of Buildings gave you a hard time. Forget the 5 years that they tortured you. Forget all of the pressure they put you through. I mean, you're a smart, intelligent, experienced man who's building a hotel, who knows the rules. And after you get everything approved, I'm sure what they did was they gave you more objections, they gave you more stop work orders, and they gave you more audits.
Let me clarify that, Heshy. I built this hotel. It's 1879 building. I have 40 major articles and awards from National Geographic. There's nothing like it. If you go from South Street to the Bronx, nobody gave 5 years of their life. No one loved the building more than money that I know of or anyone knows of. We have 40 to 50 major articles without any PR based on the merits of the property. And we were totally a community property. And 7 years, I gave L'Shem Mitzvah to Chabad the space after they were thrown out of Eldridge Street Synagogue, which they, by a public work project that got contributions, that got grants. And what I did was unprecedented, and we received none of that. Now, we had a situation unusual because due to family concerns, I had leased it. Since I leased it, I wasn't eligible for PPP. The idle didn't come for 7 months because we had to clarify the situation. And the lender was sucking our blood until there was nothing left, taking
but what I heard was
every penny
what I heard was during
without
Corona,
discount, without forbearance.
But I heard during Corona, according to the lawyers, you don't have to pay
During
your bill.
Corona, right?
Yeah, right.
During
you don't
Corona.
have to, but I heard you don't have to pay. You see, they know how the big boys, they know how to kill us, they know how to shut us down. But then again, they just, I mean, this is Mr. de Blasio and Mr. What's that idiot who's the head of the speaker, that retard? Whatever.
Right.
They don't care about the people. They only care about themselves. And that's why this city council, thank God, is being changed. And I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of my city council. I'm ashamed of my politicians. I'm ashamed of my local politicians. You know, they lie. They hurt. Thank you for your call. And we're gonna. You know what? You contact me, my friend, especially on June 23rd when I'm elected, and I'm gonna see how I can help you. I'm gonna see how we can find maybe some kind of a legal way to get you some PPE money, because you know. There was a couple of, our Noach there passed away, a judge, and another judge passed away. And if you don't file your paperwork for...
Where's the other one?
Some black judge.
Yes,
right.
He was a very good judge. I'm trying.
Right, and if you didn't file for your pensions, you lose it. Mr. Eichenstein and his buddies knew how to create new legislation to get him his pensions. Now, I'm happy for that because Noach there deserved it, and so did this other judge. But these guys know how to force stuff through. But the problem is they only for themselves. They lie. And I'm going to tell you a story right now. I want to tell you all a story, and I'm ashamed of this story. I was going to run for councilman in Borough Park against Mr. Kalman Yeager.
Are you sure you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. And the truth of the matter is,
Who was telling you to?
it was everybody was telling me. But the truth of the matter is, Kalman Yeager is a sitting councilman, and he was a religious Jewish man, and he did some good. I did know that there was an open seat coming up, and I do work a lot in Flatbush, Midwood, Sheepshead Bay. We have a house over there, and I did feel that it would be better to be represented, to take over after a good man who's running for city council, who did a good job, to learn from him and continue on his ways, and we'd have 2 city councilmen. And by the way, yesterday they asked who lives in the district. So Mr.
They were trying.
Right, Mr. Bendet says, well, I don't live in the district, but I work there. You know
He doesn't have to live in the district.
You don't have to, but it happens to be, I do have a residence in the district. They said, well, Heshy, where's your residence? I said, I have a house in Sheepshead Bay. They said, you also live in Borough Park. I said, 1 minute, people are allowed to have more than one home.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He's asking you this now? Didn't somebody even challenge you on the ballot? Isn't your address listed on the ballot?
Correct. I'm one of the only 2 that...
Hello?
Right, but again...
Special ed, anyone?
But this is my point to you. I decided that I want to serve my city, serve my community that I work in. I have a house. I do help out in Sheepshead Bay. I do help out in Manhattan Beach. I do help out in Flatbush and Midwood. I do help out in Borough Park. I do help out in Queens. I do help out in the Bronx. Today I worked in Bushwick. I mean, I help so many people all over the city. I'm going to the Bronx tomorrow to work on a school, a brand new school for special needs kids that are going up, and I'm helping the school and the owner. I'm the middle to make sure that this school goes up without damaging the owner's property. And why am I doing it? Because I believe the school is unnecessary, and they bargained with me on my fee. And I said, you know what? I don't want a fee. Give me a charitable discount, because me and Linda, we could use the discount donation, which truth of the matter is we don't really need it because we don't really record our donations. We take the minimum amount because we give more than enough, and we don't need everybody seeing what we give. And we give it out of our own pocket and our own love. And people screamed at me the other day, well, Heshy, did you really take in so many kids? I said, come to the house. The door's open. And you don't even have to do it. It's videos. You know, one of my son's friends is getting married in a week and a half. I don't want to say his name. He's going to kill me. He was in the Israeli army. He was by us so many years, hanging, going up. I remember he calls me up, Uncle Heshy, I'm using the house upstate. I said, why are you even asking? Go. Your family. You know?
When I'm sitting in your car and we're driving somewhere,
right, listen to this.
Every single phone call is, Uncle Heshy, Uncle Heshy. I used to, at the beginning, I used to look at you and you go, why is everyone calling you Uncle Heshy? Every phone call was Uncle Heshy. I'm thinking like this guy has like who knows how many nieces and nephews.
Kids call us. People ask questions. People need favors.
But they're not even related to you. A lot of these people.
But some of them are like my own babies because they've come through our house or we've known them for many years. That's why I go to a lot of weddings and bar mitzvahs. You know, you go to make people happy. You try to make their quality of life better. I'm not trying to brag right now. Don't get me wrong. I have to pitch myself because I'm running for city council.
When you talk about the various areas, I wanted to ask you, Heshy.
Yeah.
Brighton Beach.
Yeah.
Now we're going into the summer months.
Yeah.
You know, we're hitting Memorial Day now and everything. Is it safe in Brighton Beach to walk with our yarmulkes? Can we still, with our Magen Davids, with our stars, are Jews safe there? Or are we in any danger even walking on our own Brighton Beach where we're a majority of Jewish people?
We have a lot of volunteer organizations like Shomrim Shmir. My name is not Carmen Yeager that only picks one. Anybody that wants to volunteer, anybody that wants to do good to serve their community, I'm there to help them. If you're going to be scared to wear your yarmulke, well, I'm sorry, then don't wear it. But it's safe. We're going to be out there. We're not going to let the hate crimes continue. We're going to fight them, especially when I get into city council. I'm not going to create legislation to stop the hate crimes. I'm going to sit down with the police. I'm going to say, listen to me, boys. Get out there and stop this. I don't want it to happen that there's going to be hate crimes, because if not, I'll make sure that there'll be a new commissioner. By the way, I hate the commissioner. If I can find a way to make a deal with the new mayor to find a commissioner, we're going to find one. But this guy's lost. I mean, you're talking, Mr. de Blasio came into my town, did a hidden news conference in the basement with the police chief here in the 66th precinct. All of a sudden, the chief is making a deal with this guy. Why aren't you protecting us? Why do I need the mayor to come in hiding? Why aren't you walking the streets and talking to the people of my community? Look, I know they're burning your synagogues. I know they're beating up your people. What can I do to help you?
Didn't he do that when he was running for office? He walked the streets and met
now
the people.
He's hiding in the basement of the 66th precinct. Listen, de Blasio, I hate you so much. You are the biggest, dumbest, wacko, retard. Go choke on your French fries for all I care. Let's take a phone call. I know. They're going to come
Last
after
time
me.
you threatened something with the chicken.
And they came after me. Hello, you're on there with Heshy, Bumi, and Sawyer.
Hi, Heshy.
Hi.
You sound down.
What
Are you
is
okay?
the number one issue you're running on for council?
My number one issue, and I know you're not going to like it. I know you want me to all say crime and safety, which is a very serious issue, and that's number two on my list. Another very important issue is, of course, money for my ladies who have mental issues such as postpartum depression and special needs children, because there's so much money out there. Do you know how much money for special needs? We're one of the best programs, but we're 8, 9, 10 months behind in paying our people, and the money's already assigned by the federal government, and the city's holding it back. So these are things that are very serious to me. Aftercare programs, of course, most likely the traffic congestion and the cameras that I'm going to reorganize. But my number one, here's my number one issue. I know you don't like it. There are 14 government agencies that torture this city and shut us down on a daily basis. They're called the DOB, Department of Buildings, or the Department of a bunch of idiots. You know what I mean?
And they're milking the city dry
financially as well. They're financially the builders. They're financially the homeowners. They're coming after people with lies, and I'm going to reorganize. They changed their whole court system to not follow the laws of the city, and now they have their own laws. And every time we figure out a way to win or comply,
they get around it to accommodate themselves.
Right, they get around to accommodate themselves. And the legal department at the city council, when a legislator wants to make a law, even though it's not constitutional law, the assembly has their own lawyers to figure out a way how to circumvent the law, so the Constitution. So my thing is these 14 government agencies, I'm never going to defund the police. Matter of fact, I'm going to fine them about another $1 billion and create special crime-fighting units to patrol, not to torture the people, not to go out and give tickets like I saw today. What I'm going to do is the DOB.
And fight against hate crimes.
Yeah, the DOB, Department of Health, Department of Finance, which you heard the guy with before with the tax liens. Gone, goodbye. You guys are a bunch of idiots. You walk to a house and if you see a sign on somebody's basement that he has a business, you automatically change it from a 1 and 2 family house to a 3 family house and you raise his taxes. That is illegal. Okay, I am going to defund these 14 agencies from Department. I love Department of Sanitation. I'm never going to touch the fire department. Those heroes, I'm going to find a way to get them more money because they live lives of danger. But you're talking Department of Health, Consumer Affairs. You're talking right down the line.
There's
I'm going to take
so much waste.
and you're
It's
talking there's
disgusting.
300 government agencies, and now they want to make another agency and another commission. I'm going to take these agencies, blow them away. That is one. That's day one. Day one, I'm going to fight to get a committee because nobody oversees them. There are committees after committees. You have to look at 51 councilmen, each one on 7 different committees. Do you know that there's a committee for statues, millions of dollars? Now, I'm not one of those
Actually,
guys.
you're going to be taking on the liberal agenda.
What do you want me to
tax
do?
and spend democratic
What
baseline
do you
liberal
want me to do?
agenda.
They
No,
have-
I'm glad
they
that you
no-
are. You
they
have to. Somebody's
they
got to
have-
do it.
They have a whole committee plus a bunch of people working in the special unit to clean the statues. Then they have a committee on how to place a statue, which statue to remove, which sign to remove. I understand, isn't that the Parks Department unit? And during coronavirus, how did the Parks Department get overtime pay when nobody used the parks? But when we opened the parks, when I opened, they wouldn't clean it. These are my issues.
Or hang back up the equipment they took down.
Right. So I'm going to oversee that. I want these 14 agencies. I'm going to fight to get some kind of a committee, which nobody sits on such a committee, to oversee them, get the commissioners in there. Even though I don't have the power to hire and fire, I'm going to make them so miserable. I'm going to stop their funding that these inspectors, and plus I'm going to lower their pays and overtime. I mean, these guys get overtime pay like you've never seen before. They get hazard pay. They get coronavirus pay. And I see them sitting in their cars eating breakfast at 10 o'clock. I see the inspectors coming out with hate. You know, people say to me, Heshy, how come you don't wear a yarmulke when you do inspections? Because I don't want them to know I'm a Jew, even though they
You
all
don't
know I'm a
have
Jew.
to anyway, then.
This week I passed an inspection, one of the hardest inspections. It took us 3 months to get the plans and stuff to done. They've been shut down for 2 years. The first inspection took me a month to do. The inspector comes down with 2 people. Supervisor inspector comes down, reviews the plans. We send it to him, send him all the technical reports, send him the monitoring reports. I'm going to give you all fancy words. We're going to give you structural, detailed reports, pylon reports. Superintendent was inside, construction superintendent, contractor, engineer. Beautiful. They couldn't touch it. Beautiful. The site was clean. Let me tell you what happened. They went back to this idiot, Matt Milner, who God will punish, with this other guy, Roland, another supervisor. And he says, well, we're going to audit the plan. I said, understand, what happened for the last 4 months? The building department took us a year to get to this point. Well, the building department doesn't know as much as us. I said, but you're the building department. This is what I'm doing, the red tape, the torture, what they're doing to people. People, like you heard that guy, building buildings in the hundreds of millions of dollars to put people into apartments, low-income housing. They're just crazy. You know, I love HPD. I have a great director who's my boss when I'm a 7A receiver, and I have a great supervisor. But you have a lot of inspectors there who just for their jobs write frivolous violations. I had a house that is being held back hundreds of thousands of dollars for 4 violations. The entire house was gutted. Do you understand the word gutted, Bumi? Gutted means there's
I
zero
know,
in the
God,
house.
there's nothing inside. It's a shell.
So the violation was for having an illegal apartment in the basement. We filed plans to remove the apartment and gut the house and redo it. The inspector comes there and he sees a toilet in the basement. Re-hooked up toilet. No water, just hooked up so the workers don't, you know, there's somewhere for the workers to go. You went a
take a
construction
leak
site.
sometime.
Right, they don't want to do it in a hole. They're not animals.
Right.
No, you didn't disconnect the plumbing. I said, what are you talking about? The toilet doesn't work. It's just a hole that we put buckets of water in there.
There was a summons issued with a fee.
He wouldn't take it out. This poor man can't sell his house or get back his escrow money. This is the kind of city stupidity, idiocracies that we have to deal with. One agency doesn't talk to the other agency. But during the pandemic, no problem working into office agencies. Sheriffs were allowed to arrest people. Department of Health people were issuing building department violations. Building department violations were allowed to close down restaurants. And here's the best part. Department of Sanitation was allowed to arrest people for not having paperwork. I swear to God.
So basically, the plumber was baking and the baker was doing plumbing work.
You know.
Did I get it right? Sounds pretty disgusting if you start thinking about the things that they're working with.
You know, you want to talk about God. You know, in the Bible, Joseph, who became king, saw the dream of Pharaoh, and the dream of Pharaoh, he got there because there was in jail with him was in the Bible. I'm just reading the Bible to you, the Old Testament.
Right, the Old Testament, the original.
That the baker and the winemaker, the wine server, were in jail with Joseph. And the wine server went to jail.
The wine steward and the baker.
The wine steward in the jail. The wine steward was there because when he served the king, there was a fly in the wine. But he was forgiven because
he could not control that.
But the baker
there was
had
a stone in one of his cakes or his breads, and that he should have controlled. That didn't just fly in out of nowhere.
You know, there's always a mistake and stuff like that.
Yes, but
so again,
this is the Pharaoh you're serving.
This is the Pharaoh we're talking. So there are some people who are crazy, who don't know how to lean, who don't have compassion. And this is what I'm going to do. You know, we have judges who say, I got to follow the law. We have cops that are talking to me, say, Heshy, listen, there's nothing I can do about it.
No. There has to be some degree.
There isn't.
Not a cookie
That's
cutter.
right.
No
A
cookie
judge has to
cutter.
understand certain
No
things
cookie
going on.
cutter. Everybody's in a cookie
I
cutter.
can't control the state judges, but I can control the administrative judges, and they're going to be controlled. You're going to stop torturing my people. I do control
and the civil court judges as well.
Right,
That can
civil
be
court,
That
right.
will also be
The
within.
problem that we have is the criminal code, which is controlled. Once you're arrested, you're really going more to a state judge. Remember, you're getting arrested, so these judges are really hired or elected as a state official. So there's nothing we
Don't
can
they
do.
have a reasonable amount of discretionary powers that they should be able to exercise under different circumstances?
No.
What kind of a situation is this? Where these terrorists, somebody that actually went ahead and slugged a Jewish man in Midtown Manhattan, Times Square. The guy was hospitalized. He was badly hurt. They arrest him, and then the judge lets him out without bail.
And you know
what kind of nonsense is this? How could you do this? The judge has
no. The absurdity is that he said, "I'm going to go out and do it again."
Yeah.
And
no remorse. Right. It's unbelievable. I'm going to go out and do it again.
And the guy who beat the Jew with his stick, his crutch, he came home, they hailed him, they lifted him up.
They celebrated him. They're barbarians, but how does the judge let him out?
We have to stop it. My point is...
He should have said, you got to bring $500,000 or $1 million worth of bail, otherwise you sit and wait.
But here's my point. Did you see the press conference?
Reformed bail law.
The press conference was controlled by two people, and the guy who was beaten up. Now, one of them is a 23-year-old kid, Ushi Teitelbaum. I have no idea what he was doing over there. I know he wants to be a lobbyist, and he worked on our campaign till we got rid of him. But my point is why was he even there? The next one is a good man that I made friends with, and where was our politicians from Borough Park and Flatbush and
I have not seen or heard them.
Right.
With respect to anything that has been going on. I hear Dov Heikkinen, our former assemblyman, he's on TV, on the radio, screaming, writing articles. He's been in Israel till now. He was in Israel.
He ran there as soon as it started in Israel because he said, I need to be there for my people.
That's right. He's in the middle of everything. But our current elected officials, I haven't heard a peep out of them.
Lewis, who says, I'm going to stop guns and stop violence. She's hiding somewhere in her neighborhood, and she's upset that her competitor is talking bad about her.
Yeah, and by the way, you know what else bothers me? I remember when what's her name, the new Staten Island Congresswoman went into the, what do you call it?
Let's take a phone call. Can we take a phone call?
No, I can't. I can't connect right now.
Less than 2 minutes.
I can't connect right now. But anyway, I remember when she was elected, and she said that they're going to, a few of them said they're going to get together and create a freedom squad to offset this original squad of Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and the whole gang of them. Where is the freedom squad? I don't hear from them. I don't hear from our local officials. I hear nothing. We got to wind up. I'm sorry, Heshy.
Can I read you something? You're going to love this. First of all,
please, we're down to a minute and a half.
You want me to read it fast?
I want to read it. President Biden on Wednesday ordered the U.S. intelligence officials to redouble their efforts to investigate the origins of the COVID pandemic. So
what for now? We know where it came from.
But my point is, so you do believe there's an origin. So you do believe that it's not a real pandemic. You do believe it was spread. You do believe somebody's going to...
It came from China.
Heshy, Do you know when they go and they say, you go do this, we're putting out news over there? Every time Biden, who puts out a little bit of news to do something, who's being handled as a, he's being held by a puppet. He is a puppet. Every single time he's doing it to deflect on something else.
It doesn't make a difference. The point is we do know that it wasn't a real pandemic. That it was a fake to try to destroy the world. Now, here's another one. You talked about, what's that idiot's name?
Actually, we're down to 30 seconds.
Okay, but Ilhan Omar Wednesday denounced a recent spike in attacks on Jews.
Oh,
in the
isn't that so nice of her?
Right.
The hypocrisy,
Right.
it's nauseating.
Yeah, the one that says that she was threatened when she was a couple of buildings down over, and she was in fear for her life. She's the one that's going to come
right now. By the way, AOC, she needs to be in therapy. That's for sure. But she needed it before anything.
She needs to take her friends with her.
She's got to wind up. We're out.
I know she's out, Congresswoman, but I'm going to stop her from
Good
doing
night,
anything.
everybody.
Watch my show next week. We're going to have Pete the Cop on the show. We're going to have Pat Dixon on the show. We're going to talk about stuff.
And
We're going to have a great time.
guest.
Guys, be careful. Be safe. And I want you to know if you need me, Heshy's always around. Where's my music that says goodbye?
Good night,
Mr. Good night,
Producer.
everybody.